Hey Boxing Squad, it's Demsey McKean, the Terror here. Just getting up from my fight on Saturday night against Jonathan Rice from the USA, fighting for the IBF Intercontinental title as well as the WBO Asia Pacific title. So there's a couple massive titles on the line here as well, facing Jonathan Rice. He's going to be coming with his A game. This is going to be a massive fight for him, open up some big doors. Big opportunity for him to crack those world ratings. So I know he's coming in ready, he's coming in fit, but I'm coming in more fit. So I'm ready for this opportunity. This is going to open up some big doors for me as well, possibly crack the top 10 world ratings with the WBO and crack into the IBF world ratings as well. I'm currently sitting at number 13 with the WBO, so I'm pretty confident in my skills to come away with this win as well and look for that big knockout. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for that knockout as well. I'm going to be going in there, feeling him out for a little bit. And then, I'm going to be doing my thing. I'm going to be focused on what I need to do. I know he's going to be coming in pretty hot and heavy. He's going to be looking for that knockout as well to make a statement. So, I'm expecting a good test. And I'm hoping Jonathan Rice comes in the best performance and the best condition he has. I'm looking forward to a good fight. Cheers, guys.
What's up, my people? Coming to you live from Gold Coast, Australia. I'm out here for one reason. To beat the man, Demsey McKean, or however you pronounce his last name. I ain't come here for no other reason but to beat this man. All the way across the world. I'm living pretty good out here. And I'm gonna keep it that way when I go back home to America with those belts. It's quite simple. I think the man can box, but I'm coming to make this a fight. So y'all tune in, because I'm coming at this man all night. It's serious. It's nothing but business.
First off, big thank you to both Demsey McKean and Jonathan Rice for making time during fight week to send me some of their thoughts on this fight this weekend, which is being held on Australia's Gold Coast. And the event itself a sellout, so the only way that you can watch it if you don't have a ticket is via pay-per-view on Epic Center TV. And given I've had a few requests of how do I buy this fight, how do I find it, etc., I'll leave the link in the description box as well in a pinned comment in the comment section. So this is a big fight for Demsey McKean, the biggest of his career to date, and a really good litmus test of where he's actually at. Until now, a lot of fans, they've heard the name Demsey McKean, but not really seen much of the 6'6" southpaw, who currently sports a record of 17-0. In the past year, he started to get a bit more steam on the profile front, picking up a WBO regional title in September 2019, and that saw him get his first sanctioning body ranking. More recently, he's received some attention when he took to trolling Lucas Brown for pulling out of a fight with him on March the 7th. So originally it was going to be Brown and McKean on this date, which Rice is now fighting in. So Rice drafted in when Brown walked away, and Brown had signed the contract according to McKean and McKean's promoter Angelo DiCarlo. In a way, it's a shame that that fight didn't happen because it was a natural sort of passing of the torch type fight for Australian heavyweights. Also in the pinned comment, I've left the link to the video where McKean does troll Lucas Brown. He's got a dubbed voiceover on a Lucas Brown video.
Pretty scared, to be honest. Very, very scared. I'm afraid if I go down pretty badly in this fight, which is inevitable.
It's funny stuff, but I digress. I'll get back to it. So, 2 vacant belts will be on the line this weekend, the IBF Intercontinental Heavyweight title and the WBO Asia Pacific Heavyweight title. As McKean alluded to, a win for him is going to push him up the WBO rankings and likely into the IBF, and the Intercontinental title is actually one of the bigger regional belts for the IBF. But standing in front of him on fight night is going to be the experienced Jonathan Rice, who has a record of 13-4 with 1 draw. And the record itself, it doesn't really tell the story of who Rice is. It understates his skills and overall boxing ability. Rice operates in the heavyweight division where you'd sort of say he's a high-level gatekeeper, and he's faced the likes of up-and-coming prospects Stephen Shaw, Con Sheehan, Tony Yoka, and Aslanbek Makhmadov. He took the powerful Makhmadov, the deepest head ever been into a fight in his 10-fight career, and he also gave Olympic gold medalist Tony Yoka a really good fight. So don't expect that Rice is coming to lose. he will be looking to use his slick boxing and movement against McKean, and he'll look to make a real fight of this. And I know in my previous video on this fight when it was announced, there was definitely a number of fans who thought Rice might actually be too much for McKean. And sometimes with a good gatekeeper like Rice, the gate can be closed. If you're not good enough, you're not going to win. And coming into this, Rice does have a bit of form. He's got 3 straight stoppages, although those opponents were not nearly as good as Demsey McKean. But I am predicting that this one is going to be a very even contest, especially early on. There's going to be a feeling out process, I believe. The jab is going to be key, and I expect Rice, he will be on the move to some extent. But his tactics could shift in the fight depending on what sort of shots are coming at him and the power that is on them from McKean. If McKean starts to catch him, I think Rice will become a bit more defensive. But if Rice isn't taking too many shots and having some success of his own, I think he will alter his tactics. And with Rice having been knocked out just the once by Aslan Bekmambetov, stopping him is going to be easier said than done. And McKean sort of said that in his earliest video statement too, that he realizes this, that he's going to have to try break down the American over rounds as opposed to a couple of rounds to try get a knockout. But if I had to pick what was going to happen in this fight, I would certainly lean towards it going the distance. I think it's just going to be that sort of fight. I think there's going to be some really good action in here. Maybe even one or both could hit the deck. There is some scope for that. But I think both guys are ready for this. And I'll just bring up an Instagram post from Demsey McKean, who says, closing into Saturday night when I step through those ropes again. Been a great camp. And as usual, no stone unturned, and I'm ready to leave it all in there and claim my top 10 world ranking. And for this training camp, McKean, he has left no stone unturned, and he's been getting some very good sparring. He's had a number of rounds with the highly touted amateur Justice Hooney, who is going to be part of that next wave of top heavyweights that come through after the Olympics. And Rice himself, he's had some good work against Christopher Lovejoy, the undefeated heavyweight who's been knocking out everything in sight in Tijuana in recent years. So I like this fight, and I could see it going either way. Rice is definitely not coming to lay down. This is a proper test for Demsey McKean, and if he comes through it looking good, even dominant, his stock is only going to go up. And for Rice, he's got his own designs of getting bigger and better fights if he can claim a win himself. What do you make of it all? Who do you pick in this fight? How's it going to play out in your view? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.